Hi, everybody. My name is Keith Freeze, and today I will be showing you guys my Winter Classic LA Kings jersey concept. But before I get to that, I want to give context. To start, we're going to look at this article real quick from sportslogos.net, which was posted back in late May. But it says the original LA Kings jersey that was never worn. I will leave the article down in the description so you guys can go read it for yourself. And I encourage you to read it because it's a pretty fun article. But we have a series of pictures throughout this article that I think helps give context for why I made the design that I did. Anyway, as you can see, it's got a 4-point crown with the words Los Angeles Kings below it. Now, just as sort of a preview for the concept I'm about to show you, I kind of try to make the logo look like this. So if you're seeing the jersey concept at the end of this video and you're like, that's what you came up with out of everything you could have designed, yeah, I'm trying to make it look like this, but a little bit different, a little kind of just minor tweaks throughout. But just as a preview, so I'm kind of using this as the base. This had a 4-point crown, but if you look at the LA Kings original crown that they ended up using, they never used this jersey concept. But if you look at their original crown, the Staples Center crown that I call it, and then the updated crown of the old Forum crown, they all have 5 points. And you'll see that, like if you look closely, they all kind of have like a 5-point. This has a 4-point crown. So I ditched the 4-point and went to 5 because that's typically of the LA Kings branding. But I did kind of do a more simple crown. And then also, like as another preview for this crown and for the original Forum crown, they had like this little kind of like cross piece in the middle. And so I did that, very simple cross piece. And then you'll notice that in the original crown and the Staples Center crown and the new version of the old crown, that they have these like black dots throughout. And I don't know if those are supposed to be hockey pucks. I'm going to guess. But anyway, but they have like these dots. So I did a couple dots as well. But it's a very simple design that I'm previewing for you. But I'm giving you context because it does say LA Kings. It does have a crown above it. And it's kind of supposed to be mirroring this design. But again, I don't want you to see the design and be like, that's lame. You could have, but I'm trying to actually mirror a jersey concept. And that's a lot of times what they do with Winter Classic jerseys is they'll make a design that was originally used and kind of give it a fresh coat of paint, or they'll kind of make something that's similar to what they might be wearing. So anyway, that's to show you the start where I'm going to have the logo. Okay. And then I did something else real quick with the logo that I think is kind of cool, but you see how these letters don't have the speed streaks, as I call them, but they don't have the speed streaks like the current font does. Well, I added a couple speed streaks to the words Los and Kings. So like you'll see the speed streaks are very minimal for my design. I just put them on the L and on the K. I didn't use them through all these letters, so it actually kind of gives the rest of the word some breathing room. But unlike this design that you're seeing on the screen, which didn't have speed streaks, I added a couple just so it kind of plays in to this type of logo. So again, I'm trying to blend this design with a couple more applicable designs that the Kings have actually used. Because again, this design was never used, but I'm kind of using this as a base template and then adding some fun elements that the Kings brand has really been. So again, you guys can read this article for yourself, but here is a look at the jersey itself. The jersey, let's start with the numbers. First off, the numbers don't have an outline on them. They're just plain. And then if you go and look at the base lettering, it's yellow with a white outline. So what I did with that is that I took away the outline lettering or the outline from the lettering, and I also just did plain numbers with no outline. So when you do that on my design, you'll see, but like I'll take the part where it says Los Angeles as an example, but Los Angeles is written in that kind of athletic style font. And then with the numbers, those are athletic style fonts. So to match those, I made both of those just black. And so the coloring is the same. And then also, like, the shape is the same. So I felt like if I outlined the word Los Angeles with like gray or silver or something like that, then I'd have to do the same thing for the numbers because I really like when they're uniform. So instead of doing that, I just kept it just flat black. You'll see it, and I think it looks really nice. And I'll show you the striping real quick. The striping looks a lot like what is currently being used with this logo in these New Jersey designs, where they've got the big middle stripe with then two stripes kind of sandwiched around it. But for this design, they kind of did that, but they added that third middle stripe, like just outside the thicker one. So what I did was I tried to make the stripes here. I did these stripes. So it's a stripe combination that the Kings don't really use. But I colored them so that by the way, as a preview, my jersey design is like a cream white with the striping being like gray, not silver, but more of like gray. And then that little extra stripe that you're seeing is that cream white. And then the thicker stripe is black. So it's like gray, white, black. And it almost kind of looks like this era's away jersey, but just with that extra little middle stripe. So it's not a huge deviation, but it's enough to be different. So I'm telling you, I really tried to mimic this jersey concept and not get away too much from what the LA Kings actually have as their brand. And I am trying to explain this because, again, having some kind of foundation of knowledge of knowing why I designed it that way does make it look a little bit better. I mean, admittedly, if I was to just see it, I'd be like, like whatever. But to have context, it definitely helps. So we're nearing the end of this article here, but as you can see, they did this thing where above the numbers, they put these little crowns that said LA. And I think these look really cool, but I didn't include the crowns in my design just because that sort of thing can get really busy. And sometimes with jerseys, less is more. Not having so many elements on a jersey can like actually make it feel nice to look at. So I did experiment with putting these kind of crowns above numbers, and it just, I don't know, it felt busy. I didn't like it. So I just took that part away and just kind of made it more plain. And again, with any Kings jersey concept that has come out, we've never seen them put like those type of things just right above the number. So again, it's keeping certain elements that the Kings have used while trying to incorporate elements from this jersey which they never used. And then finally, as you can see here, here's the back of the jersey. At the time, they didn't have the last name written in the nameplate, so it's just numbers. But you'll see in my jersey concept, I did the nameplate and the number, and both of those, again, because it's that more athletic font, I just did a flat black. So you'll see that too. But either way, there's our preview. Okay, so now you have context. Now you know what I built this off of, and here is my jersey concept. So honestly, could it have some work be done on it? Yeah, it could. I've been trying to experiment with something really close to this design for a while. And I did a couple concepts over the last couple months that were really close to this, but it just never kind of, I don't know. I just kept messing with it yesterday, and I kind of got to this point where I was like, wow, that looks kind of nice. So I think this is what I would maybe settle on if I wanted to present something to you guys. So again, it's got the 5-point crown. It's got Los Angeles Kings with like that really simple speed streak involved. Black numbering, cream color white, and then it's even got the Iron Bow patch on it. I know some of you guys don't like the advertising patch, but that's part of the game now, so you got to include it. But anyway, there's my jersey concept. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have your own jersey concepts, please let me know where to look at them. Hit me up on Twitter or X, whatever it's called. Let me know. Let me see some of your guys' designs. I'd love to check them out. Either way, thank you for checking out this video. My name is Keith Freeze. Have a great one, everybody. And as always, go Kings, go.